Hi guys, I am Norca. I am a new mom here to a beautiful 3-month-old baby girl named Emily who has turned my world upside down. And since becoming a mom, I have learned a few things about what life is going to be like, and I thought it would be a good idea to share those with the YouTube community, and maybe this can help someone else out that is going through the same thing. And I'm gonna have to be looking away, guys, because I do have her here and she's currently learning how to turn, so it's exciting, but I just gotta keep my eye on her. With that said, let's get started with my 10 tips. Or I guess 10 things I have learned after becoming a mom. So the first thing is, guys, that every baby is different. Um, it helps a lot to go to classes and talking to any girlfriends or anybody that you have that has kids, and everybody that has kids loves to share their stories. You guys might hear her, sorry, but every baby is different, and so it helps for you to understand that you guys are getting to know each other, right? The baby is adjusting to the world and to you and your life and everything, and you are adjusting as well to parenthood. And so just because you hear stories of things that other people tried and you see that they don't work for you, that's okay. You know, your baby is your baby and you are getting to know them and you will figure out what works for them. So I think it's just always important to remember that they are all different, okay? They have their own personalities and they have the things that they like. And that's good, that's fine, that's okay, because now you're gonna have your own stories about your babies. The other thing that I've learned is that it's a trial and error journey. So again, you're gonna get a lot of tips and you're gonna get a lot of advice, and go ahead and try them out. You never know. You know, somebody that has had 3 kids might have a few tricks up their sleeves that they can show you and they can teach you. And your kid may like them or your kid may not, but you want to go ahead and try them. And what I think is important to remember is you also want to give the baby time to try these things out and yourself, because just because it'll work for them, you have to see if it works for you as well. And what I have found and I have read is you want to give it between 4 to 7 days, right? So if you're gonna try something out with the baby and you do it the first time and they don't like it, give it time and give yourself time. That just means this is new to the baby and this might be new for you too. So, you know, do you always get things? Do you always like things the first time you try them? Probably not. She moves so much, like you're on a roll, you're on a mission. Um, so yeah, it's a trial and error. You want to try things out and see if they're gonna work. So try them out for a few days. Make sure it works for the baby, works for you, it works for your partner, and it works for your life. You know, make sure it's something you can sustain. So try them out, see it, you know, and maybe even change it. And that is a way that we get to know them, and that's, I think, a way also that they get to know us, because we're figuring out what works for us, right, as a family and as a parent or the baby and stuff like that. So it is a trial and error journey, guys, and it could be fun, it could be challenging, but that's how we're gonna get to know them. The other thing that I have learned is that it is very helpful to be proactive and kind of plan for the things coming up. What I mean by that is, if you know that the next day you're going to go out, try and plan the night before. Get the baby bag ready, get yourself ready as well, right? Get your bag ready, your clothes, the things that you have to take with you, because you just never know what the day has in store for you. And so it helps a lot to just have all those little things prepared. It's sort of like meal planning, right? If anybody out there meal plans, there's a better chance you're gonna take those meals if you meal plan, as opposed to if you wait the morning before you have to go to work and you start trying to make everything that morning. You're tired, you're sleepy, like nobody wants to make 3 meals in the morning. So same thing would go for anything you have coming up. Let's say you have a birthday party or you have a holiday coming up, you know, don't wait till the weekend before to maybe buy something that you need to take, or your outfits or anything like that that you gotta get done. Um, Obviously, unless it's something that you have to wait till last minute. But let's say you have to buy a gift, you know, try and get those things done a few days before, because baby's gonna take up a lot of your time. So you just don't know with them, and it always helps to plan ahead. Same thing goes for a lot of things you're gonna be doing with them. Always try and stay on top of their things, because it does help you be a little bit more organized, and makes their time even smoother. With that said, do not expect your days to be as planned. You might have had a really bad night, baby might have had a really bad night, and you were gonna have this very long, massively productive day, and now your goal is to feed baby, change baby, and sleep. And that's perfectly fine. You have a lot going on with this baby, and some days you're gonna feel like you're killing it and you are doing everything on your to-do list, and other days you're not. And it's fine. No one is perfect. No one always accomplishes their to-do list. And that's something that I've learned to accept. Before a baby, I would have gone crazy trying to do my to-do list and stuff like that. And now it's okay. I mean, you can't. Do we have any Harry Potter fans out there? Also, let's see. This one is hard for me. These next two are hard for me. It gets a little bit more challenging to get to places on time. That's why I go back to my third tip, which was to plan ahead for things. Leaving your house with a baby is extremely hard. You need to take so many things with you. Their diaper bag, their stroller, their car seat, the baby, and all these things you gotta get into your car, and yourself and your things and whatever other stuff you have to take or do. And so I'm sorry, you guys are hearing her. That's all her. And so if you have to leave your house by, let's say, 6 to be somewhere at 7, plan to leave your house at 5:30, because from 5:30 to 6, I promise you will be trying to get things into your car. Hey, look, mama. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Between 5:30 and 6, yeah, you will be trying to get everybody and everything into your car. And so you don't realize that the time goes by so quickly, and you have all these things that you have to get into your car. Or maybe, you don't have a lot of things to get into your car, but things can happen unexpectedly, and baby can get fuzzy. Or if you're feeding on demand and we're going through a road sport, baby may be hungry. There's just so many things that can happen that you sometimes cannot plan for. So the best thing to do is just to give yourself extra time. I try to prioritize important outings, such as work. We can't be late to work. And let's say a doctor appointment. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6. Okay. Your house is going to be messy, and it's okay, and accept it and embrace it, because it is one of the few times in your life as an adult where it is completely acceptable for your house to be a hot mess. Why? Baby, okay? You are gonna have a ton of things in your house, because even if the baby has a nursery, chances are the baby's not gonna be there for the beginning. So what does that mean? That means you're gonna have things in your living room. That means you're gonna have your own bedroom with a bunch of stuff, maybe your bathroom, your kitchen, and your focus in the beginning is the baby. So you're not gonna tell the baby, hold on, I have to do the dishes. You're not. So your house will be messy for a while, and your laundry may pile up, and it's totally fine. You will eventually find the time or the help to get things done. But for now, enjoy the baby, enjoy being with them, and your chances are you're also probably very tired, because you're nursing or you're feeding them and you're up with them, and they wake up a lot in the beginning. So you will eventually leave that phase, and you will be able to clean your house one day. It won't look that messy. Another thing that I have found to be very helpful, which is something I didn't do before, is that it's kind of really good to buy extras, particularly baby things, because I think we as adults, we can understand, if we're out on something, we find a substitute or we do without it. Um, but you always want to make sure you have baby things on hand that you need. It's it's an unfortunate situation when it's 3 p.m. on a Wednesday and you have to run to the grocery store because you're out of diapers, or it's 2 a.m. in the morning and you're super tired and you look like a hot mess, and now you gotta put on clothes and run to your local pharmacy. Will it happen? Yes, but avoid those trips as much as you can. So buy the things you need ahead of time and buy extras. And that goes for the essentials like the diapers and the wipes. But another good thing to buy to have in mind is baby medicine, right? So you always want to have Tylenol, gripe water, things that you know you're gonna use up. Always have an extra one or two. And when I think we forget to think about sometimes is baby clothes. Babies grow really fast and they grow out of everything. And in the beginning, you're probably gonna get a ton of stuff in your daycare that is very little. I mean, in your baby shower, that is gonna be very little. But you have to start thinking about those other sizes. So what does that mean? Think about the 3 to 6 month old, 6 to 9. So if it's possible, always look for sales, clearance sales, or end of season sales, and buy sizes up for the baby if you can. Just like you don't want to be out of diapers, you do not want to be out of pants for the babies or socks. For some reason, they grow out of their socks. Get help, guys. I think that's something I've learned too that is really important. Get help or accept the help. It is perfectly fine. You are not meant to do this on your own. This is hard. So if somebody's offering you help and they want to come to your house for a few hours and help you with something, and I don't mean a visit like, hey, I want to go meet the baby. No, I don't want that in the beginning. But your mom, your dad, maybe your aunt, your brother, your sisters, and these are people usually that have had kids and they want to go and help you out and be like, hey, I'll take care of the baby, or tell me what can I do for you. Take it, enjoy it, and thank them and pay them back one day. With, I don't know, cookies, muffins, or if they have a baby, you go and help them out. Something else that I've learned a lot too, and this is something we're working on now that she's 3 months old, is that it helps them as well as yourself to establish a routine with the babies. So you don't focus on any of that in the beginning. So I want to say I really didn't pay a lot of attention to that the first 8 weeks, and then I just started to slowly incorporate it after that. Is a routine. Babies do really well on routine, and it will also help you when you have a routine established with them. You feel like you know what you're doing and you know what's coming next, and so does baby, and it makes the situation a little bit easier. So nighttime routines are very important for babies. It helps them learn that they're gonna go to sleep, and as a parent, you start to learn that sleep is a very popular topic. Sorry, guys. So establish an evening routine. Eventually you want a whole day routine. Again, your days won't go as planned. You may not always do it like you want, right? So we try to establish a nighttime routine that always starts at the same time, and we always try to start at 8 p.m. So at 8 p.m. we shower her, we feed her. After the shower, we read her a book, we rock her a little bit, and she's off to sleep. Sometimes it's 7:30 and she's so tired that she's falling asleep. And I just don't want to make her wait. So either do everything rushed, and kind of get her going, or maybe let her nap, do it later, maybe skip a step. You find what works for you depending on what's going on in your day and everything like that. And then the next day you try again, but you work with what you got. Sorry guys, it's almost time to feed Emily. So I gotta get things going here. But my last and final tip is that this is a very emotional, physical change in your life. Oh, and so it's gonna be okay that you cry and get frustrated because it's a lot. It's overwhelming, you know, and it doesn't mean you're a bad parent or you're a bad mom or that you don't know what you're doing. It's just overwhelming. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, ay. And the best thing I can think about something like that, because I have definitely been there, is talk to your partners, talk to your support system, talk to your girlfriends. If you have friends that have kids, I promise you they know, they've gone through it too, and they're gonna understand where you're coming from. And so it's just good to find someone to listen to you and to kind of hear you out. And then, you know, you move on from that, hopefully, and things do get better, they do get easier. But there is crying, there is frustration, there are rough days, and then there are great moments. Just kind of gotta figure it out, right? Right. I hope anybody out there that saw this video found it a little bit helpful. And if you've gone through any of these things, know that, you know, it happens, it's life, we're learning, we're adjusting. We're adjusting. Oh, sorry. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye. Say bye. No? Okay, let's go eat.